Drew Alba alongside starting pitcher for the Walla Walla Sweets, Alex Jennings, for another edition of Players Roundup. One of the few that's been here from the start to the very end. How's the progression with the Sweets been?
It's been good. We've kind of come together as a team. There's been a lot of new guys, so that's been fun. I think it's been a grind for a lot of players. A lot of players are getting tired. We're all going to get on that last stretch. But I think these last 6 games we're going to push out, play as hard as we can, and try to get 6 wins if we can.
Personally for you, how has it been over the course of the year? Do you feel yourself getting better over the starts from the end of May to now?
Oh, definitely. I think working with guys that are after the same thing has definitely pushed me to be that guy. Coaches definitely pushed me, Waterloo, Leo, Maris, all of them. I think the biggest thing is just working on your craft. Everyone's different. Going out there, taking care of your work every day, that discipline is the hardest part, but I think overall, I think everyone's kind of progressing in the right direction.
I've talked to a few different starting pitchers about this, but how is it, you pitch and then you don't pitch for maybe a week sometimes? Is that tough trying to stay mentally locked in and day out?
At some time, it can be, depending on games. I think after a hard loss, you definitely want to go out there and do a little more than what you can control. But keeping that pressure kind of off you kind of helps, I guess.
When something isn't going as well out there on the mound, how do you respond versus if something is going, well for you, or is it kind of the same mentality day in and day out?
Other days are different. Other days you have your stuff. Other days you don't have anything at all, and you just gotta work and grind through it. I think the biggest thing is keeping a balanced head. If you're balanced up top, you're gonna find a way to figure it out at the end of the day, kind of thing.
How has it been with Trevor? Obviously, you guys are teammates back at school, and now you're here with him as well.
It's been good. In school, we weren't very close. We'd hang out here and there, but here we definitely grown a bond bigger than a friendship. It's like more of a brotherhood now. It's cool. Great guy.
Jared Glenn is known as "quote-unquote" Unk on the team. Are you Unk of the Sweets? One of the only 12 players from here from the start to the end.
I guess you can call it that. We won't say that, but the Unk's got his name, and I think that's him. But it's cool. I mean, it's good to be around the whole summer. It's been a great time. It's been a blast. Opportunity, anyone would love to be out here on this field playing for this club. It's a good time.
One of outside of baseball, what's one of the best memories you have from the season so far?
Outside of baseball, definitely the friendships I've made. A lot of guys coming in here haven't played a lot in their colleges, either been injuries or just having the redshirt years and just stuff like that. I think we all come from a very similar background on that stage, and so I think bonding over that and kind of working together has definitely brought that. But definitely the friendships that we've kind of all came together as. Yeah, it's cool.
All right, for you, Alex, how did you get into baseball, and how did you progression? Many people don't start out as being just a PO. How has that progression been for you?
It's been good. I was a two-way through high school. I hit.
You think you can still get it done?
I think I could. I always say that to T. Actually, we're always talking about it. I'm like, I think I can get in the box and get a couple hits this season if I really wanted to. But I like the PO life. It's fun. I work on my craft. Pitching is an art, so to perfect that is something I always loved and have loved that since I was a kid.
How did you start baseball?
I was ever since I could pick up a bat. Ever since I could walk, I was throwing up a baseball and hitting it with a plastic bat. So, and then my parents were both ball players. My dad played through high school as a catcher, and my mom was a pitcher through all the way through high school. None of them went to college, but just I think in the blood, and just kind of grew up with it around the house.
So your dad was a catcher. Did you ever get some sessions in of you out there on the mound and him behind the plate?
We did all the time when those little league days. He was a coach a few times, so when we had the opportunity, we took it. It was cool. Yeah.
Have you ever been to Ridgefield before?
I haven't. This is the first time. This is a very pretty town. It's very out in the open. The weather's nice, a little breeze. It's a little warm, but it's a nice field. Yeah.
How has Washington and Oregon been for you? Traveling all around already. Obviously like Colorado Mesa, native of California, correct? So how has it been kind of being up here in the PNW?
It's been good. A lot of summer ball and college has taken me kind of into the Midwest, like Utah, Colorado area. So it's good and nice, a new scene. It's different, definitely. I think the environments are just different, the cultures are different, and it's a cool difference, if that makes sense, kind of thing. Yeah.
What's the biggest thing from your hometown that if you could just snap your fingers and it's in Walla Walla that you could kind of bring over there?
Well, I gotta say the beach. We're in San Diego. Just gotta say the beach.
No beach is tough, I will say. I like lakes, but
yeah, it's nice. The beach is different though. You get the waves, you get those deep sea fishing. It's a great time.
You surfing?
No, I've actually never touched the surfboard. Yeah.
That surprises me.
I know, that surprises a lot of people. Like, you're from San Diego, you don't have a surfboard? Yeah, it's Yeah, we're big desert rats, so we'll go out to the desert like every holidays, like Thanksgiving, Christmas, and we go tear it up on dirt bikes and quads and stuff. Yeah.
I've always wanted to do that. I've never done that. Do you have like a dune buggy or just dirt bikes or what?
We got a little bit of everything. Grandpa's got a buggy, or he had a buggy. We have in our backyard right now, and then dirt bikes and quads and razors and four-wheelers, stuff like that. Just a little bit of everything, have some fun.
How important is it to step away from baseball and do things outside of the game to then, kind of go back into the game and say, I'm refreshed, I'm ready to go? And it's obviously an obsessive mentality. That's where the best are at the top. But they do have their other things to keep their mind off the game as well.
Definitely. It's very important, I think. Getting your mind off things is the biggest thing. Like they say, baseball's 90% mental, 10% physical. I think those other things that you're doing and enjoy, like a game of golf. I know a lot of guys out here get some golf in before practice.
You a golfer?
Or a game. I'm a golfer. I try to get out there. But I think it's very important just to kind of get away from the game because it's such a stressful game, like on your mind. And as soon as you reset that, you can control what's up here, and then you'll be set to go, like either in the box, on the mound, in the field. Like it doesn't really matter.
Speaking of taking your mind off things, obviously right now Sweet's in a tough stretch, 7 straight losses. What do you tell the guys, or what do you do to kind of say, let's break this stretch? Do you think about the last 7 games and use that as motivation, or do you say it's just another ball game, let's go out there and try to kill?
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's just a game. It's another game. It's one pitch at a time, one at bat at a time. Like, I think a lot of the things we've been doing are just mental errors. I think getting out of our heads, and we'll get back on the field, pounding the zone, making plays, getting hits, timely hits. I think that's the biggest thing. We haven't had like the best timely hits, so I think that's going to be a thing. And then keeping runners off bases for free passes, walks, and stuff like that from pitchers. But I think if we all just put that together and just play a good game of baseball, we'll be set.
Do you believe in momentum? That's a word that's thrown around in sports a lot. When you're out there on the hill, when you're maybe just in the dugout watching loss after loss or win after win, do you believe in a thing like momentum?
I do. I really do. I think baseball, basketball, football, I think it's all a game of momentum. If you pick up the momentum early, you're going to take off with it, and good teams are going to stop the momentum and take it back kind of thing. I think in baseball, it can change with a pitch. So say you have a good inning out of the mound, and runners don't put up any runs, and then they come back and put up even one run could change the difference of a game kind of thing. And I think momentum's like a big part of that.
All right, that brings us to our question of the day with Alex Jennings. So you mentioned football, basketball. Those are kind of the big sports. You got your hockeys of the world, your baseballs. What do you think is the most underrated sport? Underrated? That maybe needs like a professional league that everyone follows, like a bocce ball or a ping pong. You got any? Maybe one that you're good at?
I would say, I know cornhole's on the come up right now. I think cornhole would be pretty cool, but I think ping pong too. Ping pong, a little bigger of a ping pong era.
Ping pong's big in Asia.
It is. It's very big. I think in America it'd be cool to kind of see that around. That'd be really fun. Yeah.
Can you play?
I'm okay. You have your good shots, your bad shots, kind of like golf.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right, thanks so much, man. Appreciate it. Alex Jennings on Players Roundup. Thanks, dude.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Thank you.